Welcome back to the Build Room. Hunter here. We have another episode for you this week. This week we kind of switch up our format a little bit from what we did last week when we discussed a little bit of about what's going on around the shop, some of our most annoying things to work on and what we're kind of working on and the processes that we are going through right now, which is the different things that we are completing in and around the shop. So we do that, and then for those that want to listen to some of our sports takes on different things, that we actually move that to the end of the episode, so that'll be the last about 15-20 minutes. And so if you don't want to listen to that, you can just not listen to the end of the podcast. So anyways, hope you enjoy it and appreciate you listening. Let's get on with the podcast. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of The Build Room. I'm Hunter here, and we got Kenny, Evan, Jared as well. Jared is going hatless tonight. Are there any specific reasons for that tonight, Jared?
Yeah, because I wanted to show off that my hairline is significantly better than Kenny's still, and I'm proud of it.
Let's see it, Kenny.
It's pretty bad, but
I'm not scared.
It's better.
Yeah, that's all right. I appreciate the boldness of showing that off.
I wouldn't have done that.
If you are not watching this on YouTube, then you're gonna have to go to YouTube and watch it. So that's how you're gonna see that portion of it. But anyways, yeah, if you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple, you can go to YouTube and watch the actual face-to-face interaction here if you want to see our beautiful faces. So anyways, yeah, so last week, if you listen to it, we were kind of a little bit all over the place. This week might be some of the same. We're just kind of rolling with it, and we're going to figure out our groove and kind of go from there. So this, it's October 1st that we're recording this. So, Evan, can you, what have you been up to? What did you do this past weekend? What did you do last night?
Yeah, I've been hunting. I've been hunting a lot. It's archery season. Well, it just ended, but I've been elk hunting the past few weekends, actually. Got on a bunch of elk, had a few shots, a bunch of things didn't go my way. So we didn't end up killing one, but we were very close to a few. But it was my first year archery hunting, so by this time next year, we'll have a dead animal for sure.
One way or another?
One way or another.
What is the most? So but between archery and rifle? Because for those that don't really know, my name may be Hunter, but I don't hunt. So, ironically enough, what is the hardest thing for one, bow hunting, and then also two, what is the difference? What is the main difference other than your form of weaponry in rifle and bow, and what makes one harder than the other?
Archery is way harder because of how close you have to get. With a rifle, you could shoot at 400 yards and it be a good shot and it kill an animal immediately. Whereas archery, you got to be 50, 60 is still a long shot. So you want to kind of be in the 30, 40 range in order to be a good shot. And then just being that close and then having to, pull your bow and not let the elk see you, and just a bunch of factors of being closer to the animal, I'd say.
Why would you prefer to bow versus archery, or is it just kind of whatever you end up pulling?
Yeah, it's just kind of a different experience. Rifle's fun, but I've never been as close to an elk as I was last weekend. We had a cow at 5 yards, so you could see the cow's eyes, you could hear it breathing, and it was just a different experience. Both are fun.
Right.
It's just whether, you want to put that much effort into archery hunting or not.
All right, I'll take your word for it. I'm not.
Yeah, we'll have to come one of these times.
I might.
I'll take you.
You did invite me last night, huh?
That's true. It's true.
Jared was gonna go.
I
Yeah, what
wanted
happened,
to go,
Jared?
but my wife told me I couldn't. So
Simple as that.
simple
Yep.
as that.
Fair enough. That's that.
Evan,
Final
is
word.
it easier to hunt the animals earlier in the season, in the archery season, because than the late season rifle hunts because the animals are less scared of people at that point?
I would say they're scared the equal amount through both archery season and rifle season. But archery season, you catch them during the rut, so they're much more active. They're much more willing
Horny.
to. Yeah, exactly. They're horny, so you can call them in
Literally and
easier.
emotionally.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I didn't
yeah,
know. I was
that's
just
probably the big
curious
difference.
because just watching that video of all three of you sitting there and those two elk kind of just staring at you. Like
Yeah,
I've never had an experience like that. We've been
yeah,
sitting completely still and have deer walk into us and they're like 100 yards away and then she sniffs us and then they're just gone without us
yeah.
moving.
Well, I
And
mean, we are covered in elk pee and hiding behind trees and stuff, so they don't really know we're there. They just kind of are on edge, so they'll just sit there and stare until they figure something out. But late season is kind of, you're not really covering yourself in elk pee because you don't have to get as close because obviously they're not rutting, so they're not going to come to your calls or anything.
Interesting. What I had a serious question and I forgot. Oh, no, it was not a question. Evan has video of him missing one of his last shots that he took, and
Without a
somebody else took
sight,
the video. Yeah.
my sight
I'm not.
popped out.
Yeah, I'm not
So,
blaming you for missing it.
yep,
I
yep.
just think the video of you shooting your arrow, and then is that what you call it? Shooting your arrow, letting
Yeah.
loose, whatever you call
Nah,
it.
shooting, yeah.
I'll let it loose. And then he misses, and Evan's face when he turns around is quite hysterical. So, it's if you've ever seen the face of pure disappointment and disappointment mostly in yourself, then
Yeah.
you got to watch that video because that's
For
what,
sure,
yeah.
there's a little bit of depression, a little bit of disappointment, a little bit of anger, all the above.
A little bit of I can't feed my family. I'm more of a gatherer.
Hey, at least I'm out
I'm
there.
just kidding. I don't hunt, so I have no room to talk.
There you go.
All right. Well, cool. So you don't have a tag for rifle?
Nope. But my siblings have rifle, deer, and elk. So
All right.
hopefully I can get them on some elk.
All right.
Get some
So
meat.
that, and then Jared, you got your duck season coming up.
yeah, we'll be doing duck season October 19th. I like duck hunting. It's a little less of a commitment than going after an elk for 5 weekends straight or a deer. But I would love to do those things. And I probably will at some point. Just more consistently duck hunting, yeah.
It sounds we need some smoked duck. If we did that one of these times, would actually be quite nice. So, if you go one of the mornings and you get one, bring it back and we'll just
Smoked duck.
what do you call it? Deflock it.
Yeah, we'll do that a few times. I'm planning on working some early mornings a few times this season and then taking the next morning doing a little hunting for work.
That's right.
Let me know when.
Dedication right there, because we need to get your guys' trucks done.
Let me know when, Jay. I'll come with you.
All right.
All right. Kenny, any thoughts over there? It looks like you keep just taking a vape out
That's
of
what I was about to say.
vape,
You
'cause
just
that's
hit
all
the
I see.
vape for sure.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. No. I have told Evan that I'm looking forward to archery hunting next year because I've done rifle hunting when I used to live in Michigan, and it's fun. But it's also freaking cold, and hunting is a lot different in Michigan. It's kind of cheating. You just kind of sit in a stand and you don't really move, and you can put bait plots out and stuff. So
There's no mountains.
Would you
No.
call yourself a...
Whoa.
Whoa. We got families watching this.
You can take that out
Edit
if you
that
want.
out. We can edit that out. Anyway, no, but hopefully next year, because if I would have tried to do it this year, it's very expensive to get into any type of hunting. But yeah, I don't have a compound bow or anything, but hopefully next year. Next season.
Nice. All right. Well, I may or may not be in. We'll see.
Do it.
I would
Do it
just
up.
go. I would just go the first couple times just because, like I said, I've never really gone. So, yeah.
I might go
it
with
would
Ray
be-
this year, rifle hunting, once or twice. He's going in like 2
Yeah.
weeks.
There you go. All right. Well, cool. We did go to the Boise State game last week. So this past weekend, so Saturday, they absolutely demolished App State. And yeah, I don't know what was the score, like 47-13. So it wasn't much of a game. It was still fun, but we went up to Boise. We ate some good food. That was fun. Some good pizza, and then yeah, the game was fun, but it wasn't much of a game. So yeah, we won't get into, for those that are listening, we're gonna do sports at the end of this podcast. So to those of you who don't really care about sports, then you can just not listen to the end of the podcast, and we'll do that. But anyways, we did do that. Anybody have anything they enjoyed or anything quick about last weekend?
Saw a guy break his nose catching football.
Mm-hmm.
Saw a guy almost die on the field. That was pretty crazy.
It was crazy. He's fine though, apparently, right?
Right.
He just got knocked out. Absolutely knocked. Okay. Jared, Kenny, nothing? All good?
That was cool. First experience at the Blue. Just cool to see in person.
Forgot that was your first time.
Yeah. Also, you can see the scoreboard, the new one from the highway,
Yes.
if you wanted to know.
I'm trying not to be mean because apparently we can't be mean on this podcast or McCallie will yell at us. So I don't,
That's true.
Who you want to be mean to?
I don't know. I just, you just got to check everything. You know what I'm saying? Evan's giggling over there every time
I'm
he's
not
not talking.
giggling.
He's just giggling.
Evan got called out for wanting to steal somebody's couch.
Evan
Oh, that's
got
true.
called out.
That's true.
That was funny.
Some choice
Yeah, that
words.
was, yeah, we won't repeat it, but it was, I mean, to be fair, you did say, hey, let's go steal that couch. Nobody
did.
I
said
was
that.
obviously kidding. We were walking
I don't know.
in a dark.
She didn't know that.
That's true. That's true.
It's true. Yeah. Anyways, cool. Well, it was all good things. Right now, we have more along the lines of actual work, and I know Jared said he doesn't really want to leave work and then come talk about work again. So I don't blame him, but that's kind of what some of this podcast is about. So we're just gonna discuss a little bit here what we are doing, what we got going on. We actually have a few things right now. We're pretty busy at the moment with a whole bunch of random stuff, whether it's lights, whether it's paint match, whether it's suspension, whether it's random orders. So my question for each of you, and you're each gonna answer. So, yeah, what for one, what'd you work on either today or recently or whatever, and then maybe elaborate on some of those, whatever you're doing, just so that, because people probably don't know. You're like, oh, I do this to this thing, and it's nobody really knows actually what that means. So maybe just explain to them what that actually entails, so they can kind of get a little gist of what you're actually doing, and then we're gonna kind of move into we're gonna rank some things. Okay, so Evan, what'd you do today? What'd you do past couple days at work?
What did I do?
Besides
well,
nothing. I mean, you know,
I'm always
on-
busy.
on
Always.
top of. Okay.
Or leave early to not kill an elk.
Listen, I
That's
came
fair.
in early
Sorry, I had to get that.
and
one
then
in there.
left early. So I still got my 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But recently I've been sanding our products. We have to take the plastics that are textured and paint them and then sand it down. And that's probably the worst sanding because your hands are wet and cold and all the pieces. I did that, and then I've been cutting open the headlights. We just got a shipment of 3 sets or 4 sets. 3 of Kreitz headlights.
Yeah.
Yeah. And basically got to take a heat vibration gun knife.
It's called ultrasonic cutter.
Right.
But
Ultrasonic
that's
cutter.
yeah. A
I-
heat
you know.
vibration knife is a good name
Right.
for it. I like that.
And you just gotta I didn't know what it was called.
Oh,
And you just gotta stick it in the lens and cut it all the way open. And then disassemble all the pieces. And some of them have a bunch of screws. Some of them are pretty simple. And prep it for Jared to paint.
Nice.
Yep.
Why don't you? What's wrong with the sanding? Why is
I
that
think
suck?
it's just the amount of time it takes. And your fingers get numb.
just
and-
whittled down.
Yeah, your fingernails get whittled down. But Hunter and Jared wouldn't know.
That's not true. I've
Mm.
done my fair share of sanding.
Kenny knows
Jared
my
has-
pain.
A little bit too. Kenny
None
knows
of
for
you
sure.
guys have
I
done
do.
the sanding that I've done. Okay? So I don't want to hear it. I worked for Jim Mott Restoration. Anybody can go look that up. They do show cars. And that was my job, was to be the sander. And guess what? It's way more intricate and complicated and time consuming. And you got to do it in multiple steps. And you can't leave any guide code on there, okay? And guess what else? I'm not there to go over all of your guys' trash sanding, okay? I was the one doing all the sanding perfectly. All right, so I don't want to hear it, first of all. Second of all, is it my turn to tell what I did today?
Yeah.
Okay, because if Evan was literally putting me to sleep, I'm going to watch this tonight so I can fall asleep. And I think the main point of this episode is going to be like people watching golf on Sunday afternoon to fall asleep to their nap, because that is all that they're going to get from this.
Some people like golf on Sunday afternoon, okay?
Yeah, to fall asleep to.
Let's liven it up then, okay? Let's
Yeah,
do something
come on, Jared.
crazy.
All right, Jared, we are all expecting your segment
Let's get
right now
hammered.
to be the most energetic thing on the planet. So
Let's get the
just be
brewskis
prepared.
going.
Yeah. So after Evan sands all the parts, I take the parts and I put them in the booth and then I paint them whatever color you send in. And usually it's a color like tri-stage white, which is a ridiculous color to paint, and everybody has a truck that's that color. And
That's true.
that's what I did today. And Hunter made me relive it
Uh-huh.
in a podcast that he's making me do at 10 o'clock at night.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
that's
it's
it.
good. We get to express our emotions and our feelings, and like we get to kind of like, to a degree, journal in our minds and express how we felt about the day. This is good. Okay.
I think
It's
we're
good for you,
losing
Jared.
business because Jared called out Evan and I for being terrible at sanding, and he says
Oh,
that
no.
he hates painting certain colors. So
There-
I think we're losing business as we go.
They're good sanders. I was just teasing them.
That's just the reality of it, though. Like, you know, whoever
is true.
makes whoever builds houses, they probably get tired of doing the same thing over and over again. But you just got to do it, right?
I don't know.
Because
I'll work
you
at
got to build that
Chick-fil-A.
house. Yeah,
That sound good.
you get tired of
I would not
popping
want to
those
work at
nuggets in
Chick-fil-A.
the fryer.
Chick-fil-A would be awful.
Maybe sometimes you accidentally pop them in the wrong way, but you know what? They still taste pretty good, okay? Because the process is there, right? And so that's all I'm saying.
Right.
Whatever
Can't
you
wait to
say.
sand next week.
Exactly. We love happy attitudes because. Never mind. All right, go Kenny.
What
Yeah,
grit
so
of
I
sandpaper
have-
do you like to use, Kenny?
None. No. The last it's been what? It's been a couple days now. I've been installing a Starlight headliner into a headliner of a GMC Sierra, and it's 2,000 stars, which is a lot. Most people probably only do about 1,000 to 1,200. But this guy's kind of going all out with his truck. He's getting several $1,000s worth of work done on his truck. But
What
yeah,
we like.
oh yeah. No, I have to. I have to take apart the inside of the truck. So,
Hi, Bella.
hi Bella.
Good night.
Yeah, it's disassembling a lot of the inside of the truck so you can actually pull the headliner out, prepping it, and drawing lines, kind of quartering it off. You do have to draw all the dots, or at least I do, so you have a general idea of where 2,000 stars go, and then you gotta drill 2,000 holes and poke 2,000 fiber optic cables through them, and then you gotta glue them down. So yeah,
Time-consuming.
it takes a very long time, but it looks really cool.
Yeah, talk
if
about
it's done right.
repetitive, huh?
Yeah, it's a long process,
Kenny,
but it
which
looks cool.
one's worse, sanding high build or Starlight?
My wife was like, "It's better than sanding, though, right?" And I was like, maybe. No, it probably is, just because
It's less labor
Yeah.
intensive, right? Like
it
it's
is.
just more.
It's just more like you feel like you're not getting anything done, because like today I spent basically the whole day doing it, and
Mhm.
I still like basically got half of it done, or like half of the stars poked through, but there's still a lot more to do on it.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Yep.
it's just a time consuming process.
For those that have no idea what we're talking about, just Google Starlight headliner and you'll know what we're talking about. But yeah, that's those lights obviously have to get there some way or another.
Yeah.
And so drilling holes, poking them, and then doing that 2,000 times is the process. So yeah, but you're almost done. What you got? How many man hours you got in on it so far?
Well, today was a solid 8.5 to 9 hours, so I'm probably, I don't know, 14 to 16 hours in on it, probably.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hours.
It's a lot of hours
But-
for some stars.
The whole
Yep.
truck is a lot of hours. You've got enough hours on that truck too, so
Yeah, it's currently sitting on our lift right now, and it's completely tore down. Has no body parts really for the most part that are getting painted on it because they're in process of getting painted. That's what Jared was painting today, and then suspension's getting done, so some of that stuff's at powder coat. So yeah, the truck is very much so stripped down. But anyways, okay, cool. Well, as far as me, I know because I don't know. It's hard for me to kind of explain all that I do because I just do so much. You guys know, okay? Nobody's laughing. I'm very surprised. Okay, there you go.
We're all
Trying to
waiting
be
to hear what you
respectful.
do because we don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
we don't.
Okay, so
give us the
today
rundown.
I answered the phone.
I did. I talked to a few different people, sent some emails out, right? And then I had to help Evan out on something. Okay, that's kind of what I do. Is I float, right? I come over. I'll be like, "Hey,
Questionable.
Jared, come do this. This is what
Help
needs done."
Evan is an overstatement. You
What would
were
call it? Just
doing,
like a-
you were packing the boxes because I was
I did.
busy sanding.
Yes,
Is that what we're talking about?
I did pack some shipments, ship
There you
those
go.
out.
There.
So I did that for sure. And then yeah, quite a few boxes. And then I did watch the Padres game. So, but I still worked in between that. Okay, I did watch the Padres game. They did win. So they forced the game 3 tomorrow. And then yeah, very random. I won't explain the random stuff, but I went. Yeah. Anyways, okay. So yeah, that's. Oh wait, I took apart some emblems, put them back together, and then most importantly, helped us make some more money. Right? That's what we're.
Right.
Yeah. This is what it is. Okay. Cool. Well, for those that are still awake after that section.
Not
we-
Jared. Jared's
we,
fading fast over there.
yeah.
I lost it.
All right, I got so along those lines, we got what are your top 3 most annoying things to work on? Okay? Most annoying, not like hardest, but just like annoying. Like maybe it's not hard to do, it's just like kind of painful. Maybe it is sanding, maybe it's poking holes in a headliner, or it could be anything completely random. But more so along the lines of what you actually do work-wise, what's the most annoying thing to work on or mess with?
Who's first?
Go. Whoever's got it, just go.
You want to know my?
I'll go.
We do one each. That's what we're doing.
Oh, there you go.
No. You can rank it. You can rank 3, 1
Oh,
through 3.
Okay, well, I need to
3,
think of
3, 2, 1. I mean, you can start with 1, but or if you just have 1, that's fine too.
My least favorite thing to do is to paint tri-stage white and tri-stage red. Tri-stage
Give us
red
the
would be
reasoning.
like a rapid red that's on the new Super Duties. I don't know if that's true. You're gonna have to ask Hunter.
Yeah. That's right.
And then star white, white platinum pearl,
Why is
ugly
that
colors. First of all, second of all,
annoying? Mhm.
really hard to. It's not hard to paint. It just takes. It's an extra step. Some stuff
Time
we
consuming.
do a single stage, and that's the easiest. And it easiest to not mess up as well. So I like single staging stuff. And by like, I mean I tolerate single staging stuff. I don't like doing tri-stage stuff.
So for those that are curious, tri-stage means there's 3 steps for the paint process. So you have your base coat, your mid coat, which is also part of what makes the base coat the color that it needs to be, and then you clear coat it. So tri-stage. And then single stage is kind of what it is. It's the base coat and the clear kind of all wrapped into one. So more simplistic, but they achieve the same outcome. We've been doing it for, I don't know, years that way, and it looks pretty good. So, yeah, tri-stage. I mean, I don't blame you. That one's
Jared loves painting full hoods too, especially. Those are his
Mm-hmm.
favorite.
Yeah, we're not a body shop.
Especially-
Hunter thinks sometimes we
Especially
are, but
cowl hoods.
we're not really. But he takes some orders with some full body panels, which is fine. He's usually like, Jared, do you want to paint this? And then I don't have a choice, so I don't know why he said that.
I should just ask the question like, hey, do you want to feed your family this month?
Yeah,
That's
or
the
like,
question.
hey, do you want to paint this full semi truck? And I say no, and then 2 days later, there's a dang semi truck in the shop. Like, I don't know, you know. That's number
That is
2,
okay.
painting semi trucks. Shout out to Dane and Kenny.
Makeshift paint booth.
Not me. Old
Other
man
Kenny.
No, yeah, they're all right.
Well, I would say
yeah, Evan.
mine would be standing high build or just like working or
When I'm not taking
channeling-
bathroom breaks.
Oh, please. You take
When
more
Hunter
bathroom
makes me
breaks
turn
than
off
I do.
Heyday.
Or
What's Heyday?
channeling RAM headlights. Gotta take out all the sealant, and it's the worst.
That one does. Yeah, that one's. It's kind of annoying. It's just more so like it's pretty labor intensive, and you end up hurting yourself a little bit.
Smashing your hand and getting cuts all over your hands.
Yeah, that one's kind of hard to explain, but just think of like trying to take a skinny flathead and a skinny channel and trying to just scrape a very hard substance out of a skinny channel.
Scrape
What's that?
tar off of like a road crack or something like that.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
it's
know.
not even tar because it's not squishy. It's just,
That's true.
I mean, it's kind of, I don't know. That's a good analogy.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what's Heyday?
It's Evan's farm game that he plays.
Oh, that's
Isn't
what
it called
is.
Heyday?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
same.
only when I'm really bored which is like 90% of the day.
This video is
It's either that
unpostable.
or that one or Clash.
Yeah.
Clash of Clans.
Yeah.
Clash of Clans, bro.
Kenny, what's annoying?
I actually read the text, so I have 3. No, I'm just kidding.
Nice. This is what I'd like to see.
I'm prepared. No,
1 is Jared, 2 is Evan, and 3 is Hunter.
That could
That's
be
probably
it.
his list.
At least I'm number 3, huh?
Yep.
It's because you're never there.
No. That's why we call him 6.
You want to know where I'm at?
No, don't say it. You'll have to edit it.
The most annoying thing for me, and mostly because we've done a lot of these, is no offense to Ram guys, but Ram trucks are the worst to take apart. And also you can throw F-150 and Raptor trucks in there. Yeah, just the way they're assembled is the most annoying thing in the world to deal with, to take apart. It's just bolts that are hard to get to, and like the bumpers on F-150s and Raptors, you have to take out the whole wiring harness in the rear to be able to take the bumper off. So that just takes a long time and a lot of like trying to use a trim tool, and you accidentally stab yourself in the hand, and it's a lot of fun. But yeah, that high build, it's really annoying. Just takes forever, and it makes you smell like chemicals because you're just working with chemicals the whole time. And my wife basically
we will probably
treats
all
me
have
like
cancer
I have
in a couple of years.
100%.
My wife treats me like I have the plague when I come home from lunch, and I'm covered in high build dust. And then Starlight
My wife just
headliners
says I
are very
smell like
annoying.
tires when I get home, so I don't know
Yeah.
what that means.
Could be worse.
No. Yeah,
That's
headliners
true,
are
100%.
annoying. Yeah, headliners are annoying because they have a bunch of fiberglass in them. So I'm just really itchy after I'm done working on them. So
Is that
yeah.
your number one?
No, Ram trucks are probably number 1, just because it's like the thought of, oh, I have to take it apart, but then I also have to put it back together. So
Yeah, the new Ram mirrors are probably some of the most ridiculously put together pieces of vehicular accessories that we have done. Not only are they like, well, they're large for one, but also two, they're like the amount of different screws in spots that why is there a screw there is kind of ridiculous. So for those that I don't know have a Ram or are gonna get some of that stuff done, and you're gonna do it yourself, I just say good luck. Bring it to Kenny. He knows how to take apart the mirrors and put them back together. So, yeah. Also, I know that you love doing the third brake lights on the GMCs because like on Fords and stuff, you can actually take the third brake lights off from the outside of the truck, whereas like the GMCs and Chevys, you can't, because that's not how they're attached. You have to drop the headliner in order to get to the back, and it's not just like a couple screws here and there. There's like 8 or 10 nuts that hold that piece on.
yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, and most of the time, if we're doing those, we're just smoking it, and we have smoked it on the truck a couple times, right, Jared? And
I do it for Jared's sake because he doesn't like smoking the mirror on the truck.
I don't blame him. I'd rather smoke in a booth if we could. It's a pain to drop a headliner and for one light. I mean, it's the same with like the new Ford or the new Super Duty cab lights where they used to unscrew from the top and now they unscrew from the bottom, and you have to drop the headliner obviously for that. So, yeah, that's I would say that's probably one of the most annoying things is, I mean, yeah, which obviously we'll do and we do often. It's just one of those things that's annoying because so much work for a tiny little piece to get done is kind of ridiculous. So, yeah, I'd say that was probably one of them for sure. Um, what else is annoying?
You know what's
I
something that I
think,
hated?
yeah, I want to hear it.
That we don't really do that often. But remember when that TRX was in the shop and the bottom is all painted black and the rest of the truck was blue and the customer wanted the bottom of it to be blue to match?
Yep.
We taped
Yep.
off the full truck and painted
Yeah.
that strip blue. That was the worst. And I just thought about that
Yep.
when you talked about taping off the third brake lights and spraying those outside the booth.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, because it's they're painted factory from the factory. They're painted two-tone.
Yeah.
And which is kind of crazy, but
We'd
makes it
be more so
more.
equipped to do that now because of our bigger booths
Yeah.
that we have now. But
We got a Mondo paint booth.
back then,
Yeah.
it wasn't great.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. Yeah, that's probably pretty known. I kind of agree with you, Evan. The channels are not the most fun. And then yeah, I think, but so because I've been done headlights for like 8 years now. Obviously, the amount of time that I've put into doing headlights recently has dropped because people like you do them now, Evan. So I'm not doing as much hands-on. But earlier, when I first started doing this, I used to bake open probably 75% of the lights that it did, and because we didn't need to cut lights open like we do now, and with our ultrasonic cutter, we would bake them open and then pry them and then do channels. And so the amount of channels and yeah, just baking and prying that I did before was pretty ridiculous. The easiest style of headlight to bake open and do are, I would say, 15 to 17 F-150. That style is quite nice, and the GMC, not the new ones, the older ones, are fairly easy to bake open and do. Just random side note. But
More
yeah,
motos aren't bad now.
more
The new
more
ones.
motos are easy. I was trying to think of in terms of OEM, but yeah, more
Oh, yeah,
motos.
yeah.
I mean, I would do more motos any day because then you don't even have to clean channels when you do more motos.
Right.
So, but yeah, I think those are definitely probably up there. Not that it's annoying. I don't love. I mean, it kind of is annoying. I don't like packaging because we don't like more so like odd shaped headlights that are large because we don't have like perfectly molded packing material like some of our stuff because it costs a fortune and we don't do it consistent enough to even want to do that for packaging our things. So we're using regular packing shipping materials, or if people send us their stuff in, we'll normally send it back in the same box and packaging that they send us. But trying to package a light that is probably going to get broken because you can package it however best you can, because most of the time shipping companies don't really care what's in the box. And if a certain light has a certain tab or two that are super unfortunately placed, they're probably going to break. And so, yeah, just trying to box those to a point and trying to find the right size box and the enough packing material and box them a certain way. And then even if you do everything you would think correctly, and then the customer gets it and they're like, hey, this is broken. And you're like, well, frick me.
Send it
frick
back.
frick that light. I don't know. So, yeah, that's probably a couple of mine. So, any others that you guys thought
Packing
of?
is
Well,
pretty bad. I do not like packing either.
I don't mind doing like emblems and small pieces like that because
Yeah.
that's easy. It's just straightforward. But yeah, Jared, anything else?
I'd just like to throw out a quick disclaimer that I don't actually hate my job. Hunter is good at what he does. He works very hard. Tri-stage white is actually a really nice color. I said it was ugly and I didn't mean it. I just don't like painting it.
You've been
It's
thinking about that
reflection
one for
time.
a while.
Yeah, I always
See, this is good journaling,
listen.
right?
I just say stuff in this podcast like I would say it to you guys, and I forget that maybe one person that clicked on the wrong thing and thought that this was a different episode of some other podcast actually might listen to it and then think we all hate each other and hate Hunter and But
Yeah.
just quick
We all
disclaimer.
remember
No,
Hunter.
it's all friendly banter. We
Yep.
yeah, we sometimes, we might be a little brash, a little vulgar in some ways. Nothing too extreme, I guarantee that. Towards each other is what I'm saying. We're obviously never towards customers, because
Right.
that would be weird and that would be offensive.
Are you
But towards each
flexing,
other,
Jared?
not weird, not
I was
offensive.
looking at these traps, boy. Just say it.
Huge.
Anyways, I appreciate that, Jared. That's yeah, I appreciate it. Okay.
I second
other-
that, just so
You
we're clear.
Yeah.
Ditto.
Yeah, so if we do make any comments where it's like, oh wow, that was kind of mean towards Evan, just know
No, all those are legit, for real. I get bullied.
we would only
Shoot.
make funny comments towards each other because we know each other can we know, for one, if it's not true, and also two, it's just the other person can't take the
Also,
joke,
Evan's
right?
just mean off camera. He just won't say it to the camera.
Yeah,
I'm the
Evan,
nicest
look at you.
guy
You're trying
ever,
to
bro.
come off as the teacher's pet over here.
No. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. That's all I gotta say.
Okay.
I'm a
cool.
nice guy.
Yeah, I think we're all nice guys,
That's true.
but it's All right. Okay. Moving on. Anything? Unless, yeah, we're good. We're good there.
Yep.
Everybody got their
Yep, we're
annoying
good.
things out. Just so everybody knows, we love what at least I'll speak for myself, and I think I say for you guys. I love what we do. It's very fun to work on vehicles and get paid to, just kind of mess around with. I say mess around, but customize trucks using other people's money. I always tell people, for me, it's a kind of a hobby job because it is more so yes, some of the stuff is
You like watching other people work?
painful. Some of the stuff is annoying or painful sometimes, but it's for the most part, we do some cool stuff with some cool trucks, and we get to play around with it, and make things look nice and good and fun. So yeah. Anyways, that's my take on it. I like what I do, so that's that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Real quick word from our sponsor, Precision Retrofits. Okay, actually they didn't sponsor this podcast.
Oh.
Just to let you know, because we are Precision Retrofits.
Shouldn't we get paid for sponsors?
True. We got a sponsor.
Well, you do get
We
paid
should get
by
a
Precision
cut.
Retrofits, so
Yeah, but from the podcast.
this podcast is not making any
Oh,
money. If
you
this
guys
podcast
aren't.
made money,
You guys
sure.
aren't clocked in because I for sure am.
No, clocked in.
No, yes.
Come on.
For those that are wondering, which you probably already know, precisionretrofits.com. We do a bunch of custom truck stuff. A lot of lighting, a lot of custom painted accessories. If you're local, we also can sell pretty much anything: wheels, tires, accessories, tint, paint protection film, all that sort of stuff. And even if you're not local, we have people come from all over, mostly the West, bring us their vehicle. We got the one right now. He's from Seattle area. And so, yeah, we kind of get people from everywhere. We've had people come Montana, Utah, California, lots of places. So that's what we do. Check us out. And thanks for sponsoring this podcast, Precision Retrofits. Just kidding, they didn't sponsor it, but just a
You're
quick.
welcome.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, moving on. So that was kind of our first portion there. We're going to move into our sports talk portion of it. So if you don't care for sports, which we got some pretty good takes, I feel like. So you should listen, but if not, then you can shut the podcast off or move on about your day. So, first things first, let's this past week, and we won't get into college too much. We just talked about the Boise State game, obviously, and they won, so good stuff. Just because we went to that. The other college games, we didn't really watch too many of them because we were gone, but they were decent. The Oregon-Penn State game was decent, even though we didn't watch it. And yeah, so
Alabama, Georgia.
Alabama, Georgia was a good game as well. So I told you guys this, but it just kind of sucks because now if Alabama or Georgia, even if they both lose one more time, I still think they're both going to have a bid for the college football playoff just because they're Alabama and Georgia, and that's the upsetting part about it. And now that they're both one-loss teams, I mean, Georgia's still ranked 11th. Alabama's moved up to like 8 or something like that, I think. So, yeah, there's still lots of season left, but if they don't lose, they'll both be in the playoff, unfortunately. But that's just my personal take on that. Anybody have any college stuff to add?
I do. I would like to know if you guys know the betting line for the Boise State and Notre Dame game.
Shoot.
Has anybody looked
Notre
at
Dame's
that yet?
favored by like 20 points, aren't they?
20.5 points.
Yeah.
I'd be
Yeah,
willing to
3
guess
touchdowns, huh?
that's like the most Boise's been underdogs in a very long time, if not ever.
That's crazy.
Yeah, what was their line against Oregon last year?
I don't know,
It was
but
probably higher than
with
that.
Dash and
just 'cause
Genty,
we
I
had
doubt
Genty.
it was that.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
bet
don't.
last year was probably around like 15 or 16. Probably not 20.
Maybe, yeah, we were 15.5 point favorites over App State. They're a full 5 points favorite over us. I think that's kind of wild.
That's crazy.
I mean, I think we'll get beat, but I don't know. That's just kind of a crazy line, in my opinion.
That is a lot.
If they win though, like how much does it do them a ton of good? Even because Notre Dame's lost twice already, or like what? I don't know. What do you think?
It would do
Does that-
them a lot just because it's at Notre Dame. I feel like
What is Notre Dame ranked? Or are they ranked?
Yeah, they're
They're
21
top
still.
25, yeah.
It'll be
Yeah.
a good win for us for sure.
Does that move Boise State back into the ranks?
I'd say since USF
Maybe.
played so well, their like next few games after they beat us, I think we could get ranked again, but it would still be
Depends on who
high
else
20s.
loses in the top
Yeah.
25. If like 23 and 24 both lose, then I could see it.
Yeah, we'll see. 20
see.
and a half. That's kind of crazy though. That'd be a good paying bet though if you put some money on that and they did win. So.
On the win, yeah, that'd be
True.
wild.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it's a long shot, unfortunately. But we'll see if they play really well and Notre Dame is not playing that well. There's a chance for sure. So obviously Notre Dame shows that they can be beat. But yeah, Kenny, do you want to talk about any of your college teams? Because I know you're not necessarily a Boise State fan, but because you live in Idaho, you kind of by proxy.
Yeah. No, I cheer for Purdue, but they're more of a basketball school at this point. But football, they're doing better. They have a familiar name as their new head coach, Barry Odom. He was the coach at UNLV last year, and I like what he's doing a lot. First of all, he's actually won some games last year. Purdue only went 1-11, which was terrible. But yeah, no, they played Notre Dame 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was at Notre Dame. They lost by, I think it was 26. So, but they scored 30. So Notre Dame's defense will give up some points.
Wasn't it a close game till like the third or fourth?
They played USC before that, and then they played Notre Dame. And both games they were relatively close. considering what they were last year. But yeah, it's tough. Like I think it's like 80 transfers on the team this year. I think they had
That's
2
crazy.
total starters returning from last year's team.
It's wild.
They had a bunch of big transfers that went to like Oregon, Clemson, Ohio State, Texas, like a bunch of guys that are really good players, but for whatever reason it didn't work at Purdue.
Big market teams.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Well, I guess on that note, yeah, as far as college this week, there's other than Boise State and Purdue. I guess big games: Vanderbilt, Alabama. That's college game day, I guess. Which, because Alabama just beat Georgia, I haven't watched Vanderbilt play. I don't know how good they are. So
You would know if you watched the SEC show.
I know, but on
They're-
Netflix, you said.
Yeah.
I think Vandy's quarterback is like 25 years old, isn't he? He's
Very
in like
old.
He's in like his 6th year of college football,
Yeah.
and he's trying to get a 7th or something.
Yep. Just transferred
Sheesh.
in last year.
Diego
He's
Pavia.
a
or
baller, but
whatever?
he's short.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. That's and then, Texas, Florida, which Florida will probably get. I don't know. That may be closer though, because Texas has been okay, not that great, to be honest with you. I don't know. What do you think?
I think it'll be
Where's it
close.
at?
It's in Florida.
Gainesville.
I could see Florida winning that game.
It'd be a big win for him.
Might be a battle of the overrated quarterbacks,
Yeah,
For real.
that's true.
but I don't know.
And then Miami, Florida State is the big night game. Number 3 versus number 18. So
That'll be a good game.
Would have been bigger if Florida State wouldn't have lost to Virginia.
Yeah.
Or Virginia. Yeah.
I think they were.
yeah, that was last week, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they lost on like
'Cause that
Friday
was-
night.
Yeah, Virginia stormed the field.
I
Yeah.
was listening to Pat McAfee, and they thought game day was going to be at Miami for that game. But since they lost, Florida State lost, they changed it to Bama Vandy.
Alright. Well, cool. Okay. Well, that's college. So, couple interesting matchups. We'll see what happens there. All right, moving on to reflection on your team's performance in the National Football League. Jared, you go first.
The Chiefs looked fantastic for the first time in a while. Xavier Worthy was was everything that we thought he could be, and clearly sparked the offense. And the Ravens' defense was exactly what it has been the last few games. They're very injured and not good. And the Chiefs don't always take advantage of stuff like that, and they did this week, and they won by a lot. And yeah, I think people react too far, especially in the early part of the season, and mostly because that hot take is what makes their show interesting. So it's fun to say that the Chiefs dynasty was completely dead and that they're a horrible team the first 2 games. And now they had one good game, and now a lot of people are going the opposite direction. Like, this is the best their offense has ever been since Tyreek Hill was on the team. And I think it's probably somewhere in the middle of all those takes, which isn't the most fun thing ever, but that's probably the truth. And you could also say that for like the Colts start, how some people were saying they're like the best thing since sliced bread. And they're probably good, but they're probably not like world beaters. They're probably somewhere in the middle, in my opinion. Go ahead, Kenny.
No, yeah, I guess that's fair. No, Am I giving my full reaction to how the Colts played, or
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
no? I like coming into the season. I was on the side of like I don't know why they were starting Daniel Jones. I wanted them to start AR, but yeah, I mean it's obviously worked, and it's easy to like. The big thing has been to be like, take a quarterback that's kind of had to take the long road to get to where they're at. And, a lot of people are like, especially after the first game, they're like, is that Daniel Jones? Because, I mean, it was terrible in New York, but I I think he's a a lot better of a quarterback than people gave him credit for in New York, and the situation in New York was just terrible. But no, the game Sunday, they did play bad. They had a lot of penalties, a lot of mental mistakes, like dropping the ball at the 1 yard line before you cross into the end zone, which I don't know how that
That's
happens.
a kick in the nuts right there.
Good old
it
80.
did. I don't know how that happens in the NFL. It's not like the Colts has happened to them twice now in the last 2 years, but I've seen it happen in other games, and I don't understand how guys just do that. I don't get it. But
Yeah. I mean, like
I
we
don't-
said too, though, like it's better than him just dropping it before the goal line, and it was him just kind of like actually mishandling. Like
he
it
was
still
like
sucks and it's
switching
still
hands.
stupid, but
Yeah, it was just dumb. I don't know. But no, they, even in spite of all of that, they still had a chance to win the game and should have won the game, in my personal opinion. And I think a lot of people's opinions. But no, it's been a long time since the Colts have had a good brand of football to watch. They have been bad they've just been mediocre for several years now. And it's really easy, like Jared said, to get on the one side and be like, oh, they're really, 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 really good and they're gonna go to the Super Bowl. And I'm not saying they won't, but it's also easy to, like, after this game, it's easy to move the goalposts on teams like multiple times, and that's happened to the Colts a couple times this year. But no, the next 4 games, it's like we got the Raiders, then we got the Cardinals, and then we play the Chargers. I forget who's after that, but like that 3-game stretch, if we can come out of that like 5-2 or 6-1, or yeah, I think that's what it would be. That would be awesome in my opinion. But yeah, no, last week was not great. But
I think if you don't win your division, that would be unfortunate.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you should make playoffs, regardless.
Should.
But Evan, what about them? The Bears?
The Bears. Well, we won. Our offense did
Expert
not
analysis.
play amazing. Caleb was fine. Max Crosby kind of owned our offensive line. He didn't sack anybody, or he didn't sack Caleb, but he had a pick and 3 swatted balls. So he kind of was eaten on defense, but we scored just enough points. We let them come back, and they were in field goal range to win it with like 38 seconds left, and we blocked the kick, which saved our bacon, and we won. I'd say our defense played pretty well, other than letting Ashton Genty have a few breakaway runs, but our defense played pretty well. We had 3 picks against Geno, so or 3 turnovers, I guess.
Yeah.
So our defense is kind of carrying. We are going into the bye week, very early bye, week 5. Going in 2-2 at 500. After the bye, we should have 4 defensive starters come back that haven't played all season yet. So hopefully that gives us another boost and our offense can keep performing. we got the Commanders week 6. So revenge game for the Hail Mary last year. Other than that, I think we're on the up and up.
All right, 2-2.
2-2.
Colts 3-1. Chiefs are 2-2. Yeah, I didn't watch the Chargers game on Sunday because it was an early game, but from what I saw, I think Justin Herbert had a bad game. He did not play well, and I mean, because obviously it was Jackson Darts. It's a bad loss. I'll say that losing to the Giants is not a good look, but it was Jackson Dart's first game. He played okay, I guess. He only had like 100 yards passing. But he did have 2 or 3 touchdowns because 2 of them were rushing, I believe. And then the other one was like a shovel pass. So I think the defense played all right. I mean, they still gave up 21 points, but I think if we can't score more than 18 points against the Giants D, and granted, I mean, they don't have a horrible D line, I don't think, but still, was not ideal. I don't think so. Yeah, it's not a great loss, but also at the same time, it's like whatever, Move on to the next one. 3-1. We going to Commanders this week, and I believe Jaden Daniels is back, if I'm not mistaken.
Should
So,
be.
I think it's trending that way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it'll be a tough game. It's in LA though, so which is kind of helpful, but also too, it's like, yeah, it's still Commanders are decent. Jaden Daniels obviously is Jaden Daniels. So, I don't know. It'll be a tough game. It'll be a good game. It's late slot on Sunday, so it'd be a good watch. But yeah, we'll see.
Who do the Chiefs have next week?
Yeah, who?
Monday Night Football,
Jaguars.
Jacksonville.
Jags, yeah.
Right.
I think it's in Jacksonville too.
Yeah, it is. Kansas City 3.5
There
is
you go.
the spread. Chargers are at 2.5, and then you guys, the Colts play the Raiders, so and they're at
favored by
6.5.
like 6.5. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see if I don't know. See if Genty goes for another 3 touchdown game.
I think they're missing their left tackle. The Raiders are out their left tackle this game, so Colts D line isn't great, but should be able to do something against the Raiders.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's not really. I mean, the Bucks Seahawks game I think will be decent, but other than that, like, I don't know. There's not like a ton of jumping off the page at me games.
I'm interested in the Bills Patriots game. Want to see what Drake May can do. The Bills defense hasn't been anything special this year either, and I think Drake May is decent. I don't know how good the Patriots are as a whole, but I think it could be interesting. In division game, the Patriots haven't played them well in a long time. Josh Allen's owned them. I don't know who I would pick if I had to pick, but I just think it could be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, I think it'll be cool to watch because the Bills are wearing their rivals uniforms, so they're all white, and then also too they're doing a whiteout, so that'll be cool to see.
Is that
Rivals
the
uniforms
Sunday
have been
night
decent.
game?
Yeah, Sunday night. And yeah, the Patriots, like Stuart said, have been decent the past couple games, and so has Drake May. So we'll see if I don't know. Bills have obviously kind of just had to score 1 million points to win every game
Yeah.
so far this year. So
Say they gave up like 20 to the Saints at home.
yeah,
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Division games are funny.
Yeah.
in division games.
It's been so weird. I feel like thus far because it's like I don't know. I feel like there's a few teams. I mean, the Ravens being 1-3, I think would be a surprise to most people. If 4 weeks ago you said that they're going to be 1-3, they look not great in my opinion. Their defense is obviously in shambles, and then I don't know what the heck is going on with their offense. The fact that, I mean, yeah, I saw a thing. It was like if you told Ravens fans that they would be 1-3 at this moment, and it was when they were up by 15 points against the Bills.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. So, yeah.
Lamar's going to be out for like 3 weeks, isn't he?
I don't know. They haven't even ruled him out for this game, but it sounds like
he's still questionable.
It sounds like he's probably going to miss
But
this one.
Yeah, it's hamstrings, so that kind of affects his mobility.
I feel like there's been way more like big injuries this year, like just season-ending injuries this year than there have been in
Early
years
on.
past. Yeah,
One just bigger names too.
Yeah, but I mean, like Tyreek's gone, Malik Neighbors is gone, Nick Bosa's gone, James Conner is gone,
J.K. Dobbins.
Najee Harris is gone. Yeah, there's just like, I feel like there's been a bunch of just like big injuries, and we're only into week 5. But I don't know. A lot of concussions too. I feel like a lot of guys have been like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Should be decent, but again, it's so. I feel like it's been so unpredictable too. So it's like anything could really happen. I guess. 'Cause that was the other thing. You watched the Lions against the Packers the first week, and you're like, oh, the Lions are trash this year, and then you're like, oh, the Packers are goated. They're gonna win the Super Bowl, and then even just 3 weeks later, you're like, oh, the Lions are back, and then the Packers are okay, maybe, but yeah. Any other closing thoughts on that?
I got nothing.
Okay. All right. Well, it is. Yeah, we're over time. We go longer than I think we're gonna go. So I was like, oh, this maybe be like 30, 45 minutes. We're over an hour now. So, okay. Well, if that is all, unless any of you have anything else to add, speak now, forever hold your peace. Till I see you tomorrow morning. Okay. Well, I think that about covers it for this week. We will see what we come up with next week. Maybe we'll have a guest, potentially. Maybe it'll be us again. If not, yeah, we'll see you when the time comes. But we appreciate you watching or listening. The last one we had, I was kind of surprised. We're at like 10 streams. So I think one of us said if this reaches 10 plays, I'll be very shocked. So we were at that. So
how many streams does it take to start bringing in revenue?
That's a legit question. A little bit more than that.
11.
Just wondering.
11 the threshold.
Oh, frick. Almost there.
Yeah. Well, you gotta share it with your family. Apparently,
spread the word. Yeah. I don't know. No. We'll see.
No, this is just for funsies. Okay, this is just because we don't talk or see each other enough daily. We might as well just get together at night and do it some more.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. Well, yeah, we will see what it has for us to come. But hopefully that was enjoyable, insightful. We appreciate listening, watching. We will catch you on the next one. Hunter and Evan, Kenny, Jared, signing out. See ya. Peace.